Alright guys, you're on YouTube. Good morning. Waiting on the dude to burn off. I think we're going to hook up the John Deere to the Turbo Max. I'm going to run it for about an hour, then I'm going to throw BJ in it. I'm going to let him run it for a while. And hopefully we'll be able to run some soybeans. I think George's going to run the cart. Me and Dad are going to split up. And yeah, hopefully we can get some stuff knocked. Get my exercise in. A lot of people have pointed out that you can put bin level indicators on these things. It's true. We have them on the wet bin, but they're not exactly precise. They're good for telling you when you need to start worrying about climbing up the stairs, not good for telling you when you're about to overload a bin. Checking the wet bin, we can probably put at least one semi and I hope that smaller dump truck in there.
You're on the air. It deals with...
Well, we had a heck of a time, but we finally got that thing loose. Kept getting it in a bind, but she's unhooked now. Get some coffee and go find some government juice and a Turbo Max. So yesterday when I was in the 1038 dumping the grain cart, I was just trying to like get a real quick look at what was different because this was the last tractor I was in. The cab's definitely bigger on the 1038, but the hood is definitely bigger. I don't know. If it rains tonight, before they take this thing out of here Friday or Saturday, I want to do a quick comparison video on the two because I like both of them a lot, to be real honest with you. So it'd be pretty cool to get in one, get in the other, see like what jumps out at me like the most right off the rip. If it didn't have government juice, we'd for sure take her. That's got it. And they won't take it off. Hydraulics hooked up and we're going right down there. Now my brother's never used he's never done any tillage, he's never used auto steer and whatnot, so I'm gonna give him a quick run through on this. Like I said, I want to run it just a little bit, but then I gotta get combining. That's the bad thing about demoing a tractor in harvest when rain's coming. Welcome to the dark side.
Already not impressed.
Alright, we got our implement unfolded down the field. We gotta set an A-B line. I think we got the implement into the 4600 the right way. First I've ever done that. Okay, I've done a whopping 2.5 acres with the Turbo Max on the 8400. It seems to have plenty of power. When I was trying to run 10 miles an hour, we were almost at full power. Right now we're cruising at 9, running 1600 RPMs. Fuel consumption, not terrible. We're 12.5 to 13 gallons an hour. That's the instant read. Seems to ride pretty good. Guess I'd have to, I don't remember what the Challenger uses gallons per hour was. I'm gonna make one more pass and then I'm gonna turn it over to that guy, see if he can't break somebody else's tractor for a change. All right, you ready to do it? Throw her in forward. Full throttle. Hit auto. Just drop the implement.
What's going on here?
Just drop the implement. Alright, now hit the auto. Don't touch the wheel.
That's no problem.
Yep. As soon as I get it like where I'm turned and I'm coming back around, I let go of the wheel, hit auto. See there, nothing to it. Got it.
We're down all the way now?
Oh, push it to close.
It did click. Do I have to hold it once it
got
clicks?
it. Like when it's all the way down, it'll start painting.
Alright, so I got a few acres under my belt doing some Turbo Max tillage in the 8400R John Deere that AgPro brought for us to try out. Between Brian and myself, we've done about 22 acres this morning. I don't know how much of that was him and how much of it was me. I'd say it's about a 50-50 split at this point. This is my really first experience in a tractor with auto steer, and as far as actually using the auto steer, I never really understood why, auto steer was a big deal until now that I'm actually using it. Just from a productivity standpoint, I mean, I'm within an inch of whatever my last pass was. The other day when I was ripping in our old 8400 without auto steer, Brian said, "You did pretty good. You were making straight lines."
He thought I was serious.
But at the same time, there was a little bit of overlap. I wasn't making exact passes. So I can see from a productivity standpoint, from a fuel standpoint, definitely some benefits. It's kind of hard not to touch the steering wheel, just out of force of habit. But yeah, it's kind of nice.
Dad is unhooking from his corn head and switching his machine back to soybeans. I'm going to move my draper head over to the field I'm heading to. BJ's running the Turbo Max for a while. Like to keep him in that as long as we can today. George is going to come over and run the cart if we get a run. Dad just went to the field and said them beans feel extremely wet. There's a 16% moisture limit at Cargill, so I don't know. I'm going to be really bummed out if we're not able to run any soybeans. You might say, you guys have a dryer right there. We do. That leg's broke. Something's wrong with it, the old leg, and that's the only one we can dry beans in. And everything's full over there anyways, so. What in the world is this thing coming?
Hey, you lost! I know you're stupid, it's cold!
He flew over the handlebars of a motorcycle this summer, so yeah, might as well play with a T-bucket now. I'm gonna walk out here and check these beans. Got the truck over here, got the head over here. Dad seems to think these beans are too wet though. So take a look. I wanna walk out away from the wood line a bit. Usually by the woods in the mornings, that's gonna be the wettest spot because they're still shaded. Get out in the middle where the sun can hit them and the wind, they'll be a little bit drier usually. Definitely feel tough. Like the pod itself feels tough. And they're kind of soft. Yeah, we might not be able to start yet. I was hoping to get an early start, but they're definitely wet. Probably gonna have to wait till after lunchtime. Like we'll probably go sit down somewhere and eat a decent lunch because these are probably 17 or 18% right now. If the sky ball will come out from behind them clouds and we get the wind blowing again, this will dry out pretty quick. Still a little bit of dew on too. I mean, it is just a little after 10. Usually we wouldn't start this early on beans anyways, just because we usually can't, but I'm really wanting to get these done tonight. I don't think we can do them all tonight, but man, we can make a pretty good dent in it if we can get going here in the next hour or so. Get my combine out. I don't think I need fuel or def, but just want to double check that real quick. Waiting on it to dry off anyways. I forgot to turn my battery disconnect off, so I hope this thing will start. Nope. Crap. That's a newer battery. Replaced that last year. Yeah, about this time last year. Oh boy. I almost always hit the disconnect because, I mean, last time we quit using this combine, it rained. So I knew we weren't going to be using it for a while, and for whatever reason, I didn't disconnect it that time. So, now, gotta charge it. Like I said, we do have time. I'm glad I didn't wait till right before we were heading to the field before I tried it. By the time we eat lunch, that thing should start. Dad needs some hydraulic oil for his. Take care of that while we're waiting. Oh yeah. Now this is gonna be nice. All right, let's see if this combine will start. Because it is not gonna dry anymore, and it is going to be raining soon. All the stuff's coming on, that's good.
are expensive batteries.
All right, to the bean field we go. Yep, hit the sign and the guardrail. Look who decided to show up for work today. He even missed lunch. Out there playing in his hot rod. Did you freeze to death? Did it die? Car die?
Oh, I put speaker in it. Car got up.
Making these things right around 16, and 16 is the moisture cutoff. So Dad's going to get a tester and bring it here, and we'll see where we're at. Well, Dad just showed up with a tester. I don't know how much we're going to get to do today, but I do know this. We have 5.3 acres less than we had an hour ago. Well, according to the tester, we're 16.7, so I'm going to keep going. It's definitely wetter than we would like to be, but we also want to be done. Like I say, Cargill will only take them up to 16 out of the goodness of their heart. I mean, if these are too wet and we get turned away there, we're going to go somewhere else. We'll drive around until we find some place to dump them. Yep, definitely not stacking the load or anything. Not spreading the wet stuff on the bottom. Nope. No! It's early. It's not supposed to rain yet. God. Here we are on the other side of the field, no grain cart. Can't get the extensions down. Not ready to admit defeat just yet. I feel like this is just a little shower because it really wasn't supposed to rain for another 2 hours, just a little pop-up. I think it's just going to sprinkle a little bit, but I mean, if we got to quit, we will quit, but keep going as long as we can. I don't know if Dad got moved to the field. He was going up the road to a different field. We've got a 20-acre field, it's actually 3 7-acre fields, but it's just a mile up the road. He was going to knock that out while I was in this larger field, and then we were going to meet over there back by the combine sheds in a 60-acre field, but I don't know if we're going to make it or not. Since I'm down here by myself, I'm tarping the truck every time I dump, just because I don't want to get caught at the other end of the field and that tarp be open if it starts downpouring. Now I got to get out. Hey, looky there. Forgot this thing had a remote. Making the first pass, going back and forth. Got the field opened up. So far the rain's holding out, so we're going to keep on keeping on. Hopefully we can get this field knocked out at least. This load's going to be borderline. Larry's hoping they'll take it at Cargill, but they very well might not. We might have to take this one on up the road. Make the big haul. Good news is here in the middle, they're like 15.7, 15.8. I just hope there's enough of those beans to mix in with the wetter beans to at least average 16% is what I'm hoping. You guys remember last summer when Dad's sprayer messed up and the middle boom shut off? Right there's the proof. There's a sprayer tracks right in the middle, just a patch of weeds. I think he missed that spot. Evidence of pesticide application being needed. I'm talking about the deer. Yes! Yes, come on out! Come on out and play! No. Sun's out for a second, but I don't think it's going to last long. Finally starting to get a little bit drier, but Dad just called me. Apparently he's been working on that grain leg over there. I thought the gearbox was out of it, but must not be. He said he got it up and going. And there is room that we can dry these soybeans. So I guess Larry is going to take this load over there and dry them, which is great. It costs a lot of money to dry soybeans if you take them to Cargill wet. So that will save us money, time, and space. Now these double crops, they're actually doing pretty well. I'm pretty happy for this field. As far as double crop yields, that was a question the last time we were doing them. Like, what's a good double crop yield? Pretty much expect at least 30. Anything over 40, I'm happy, but I don't really budget my whole year off of double crops because there's a chance they might not make anything. I mean, I remember harvesting before when they made 10 bushel, just because they're extremely dependent on a late frost, and usually when you plant double crops, beginning of July, that's the driest part of the summer. So we've been pretty fortunate here the last 4 or 5 years. We've had exceptionally good double crops in the 40 to 50 range, so I guess that's kind of becoming the new norm. But for this particular ground, anything above 35, I'm pretty happy. This field's running 43, so I'm pretty happy. Well, it's starting to sprinkle again. I think it's about here. I'm really hoping we can finish this big field that we're in. Got something dragging up on the head right now. Get it off of there, and then because we lack about 3 passes. All right, the rain held out long enough to finish that field. There's like a little patch right here, right beside this field, and there's 7 acres down the road. So see if we can do those now. Move to the next field. Didn't have to take the head off of the combine, so the move was pretty quick, which is great because I'm by myself for some reason. No grain cart. I don't know what everyone's doing, but apparently we're not harvesting other than me. But a little frustrated at that. I'm sure they're doing something productive. I mean, I know Dad's not just sitting up at the office playing on his computer or anything like that. I know he's doing something, but I don't know. I kind of really wanted to get this. I really wanted to harvest till it rained, so I don't know what they're doing. I just wish they would have done it after we got rained out. Alright, we're done over here. We're out of trucks. We are going to be able to dry these soybeans, but the wet bin, when that leg broke, it had corn in it, so there's still corn in there we got to move. So I don't know if we're going to get to do anything else tonight or not. Everything's loaded. Good news, chance of rain's pretty much gone for tonight. Bad news is it's pretty decent chance first thing in the morning, but I'm hoping that that'll miss us. Like I said, it was like an 80% chance supposed to be rain right now. Now it's not. But we're out of places to dump stuff. Oh, this is rough. We're out of places to dump beans. George is over at the bins drying some corn. That way we can dump beans in the morning and start drying them. So, yeah, we're done for the night. I'm gonna park this up at the house. There's still 20 acres over there. I hate to take the combine all the way back to the combine shed just to come back over here in the morning if it doesn't rain. So I am going to leave this at our home farm, and yeah, hopefully it don't rain. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, follow us on Instagram, Twitter at Brian's Farm Views, Facebook at Brown Farms. If this rain will hold off tonight, we can probably wrap this up Saturday. Maybe tomorrow. I think we're going to run out of trucks, but probably Saturday. 2 days. 2 days. That's all we need. Not forgetting this time.
Well, I guess we like this thing. It's after dark and we're still tilling. Put about 100 acres in the day so far. Would have been more, but had like a 3-hour break in the midst. Got called out of the tractor to go help move the bean picking crew from one field to the next. Actually started to try to sprinkle while we were doing that, so Brian was running beans. Dad and George and I cleaned out our grain leg at the older bin setup that has been, that leg has been down for a couple weeks and just been put on the back burner, and again on the back burner. So we got that mess cleaned up, and that's a good thing because now we are going to actually have to dry some of these beans that we have left in the field. They're just a little bit too wet to take straight to town. I hope to be back in the seat of this bad boy tomorrow, doing some more tilling, chopping up stalks. It's got some nice lights. Definitely illuminates things.